Grand Rising friends, welcome, welcome. I'm just getting everything ready for the shell. I want to make sure I use really cold water. Let's get this party started here. I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes for everybody to hop on. And while I start cooking my ground beef back here, we're going to do the dough. And I'm using, this time for the beef, I'm going to use 85% lean to 15% fat. It's going to have a little more flavor. Let me wash my hands. Wash my hands up a little bit. Beautiful. All right, let me put this up a little bit. I'm going to season my meat, some salt, some pepper, and then I'm going to flip you guys over so y'all can see what I'm doing here in a minute. All right, got 8 of you here. I'm going to flip you guys in a little bit. When we break this meat up, actually, I might have to relocate my charger because my charger is not going to reach all the way to the stove. So that would be something good to do. But instead, we're going to get started here with the dough part for the empanada. Hello, welcome. Can we get a loud what? Didn't understand that. All right. So let's start with 3 cups of flour. And I'm going to use bread flour for this. But you can use all-purpose flour. Be fine. I just don't want to go ahead and get another flour. So I'm just going to wing it and use what I got in here. So I'm going to do 3 cups of that into my mixer. 1, 2, and 3. This is similar to how my grandpa used to make them with me. Rest in peace. When we were young, he would come to the kitchen and show me how to make empanada shells from scratch. We never bought the shell. He always taught us how to make it. Now we're going to do a half a teaspoon of salt. Let me go ahead and get my measuring spoon. How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome. Welcome, guys. Half a teaspoon of salt. Then we're going to do 3/4 of a cup of oil. Yes, oil. My grandpa used to use canola oil, which is not my favorite. But over time, you know, we found out how good the oils are. And so I do everything now, either coconut butter or coconut oil or olive oil. So we're going to use olive oil. I'm going to show you how to make this super easy. I've got back here, I'm going to show you. I am cooking up my meat for the empanadas. These are Argentinian homemade empanadas. So everything here is homemade. It's very similar. This shell is very similar to the Cuban, how Cubans make their empanadas. I was trying to find, because my kids haven't been too hungry lately with this cold. It's something going on like in the air. And it's a good thing, but kids are not wanting to eat so much, which is a good thing. So I said, let me make something that's kind of like small, kind of finger food, kind of like the tacos, that they can eat and they don't have to, you know, it's a portion. I'm also making jalapeno poppers in my air fryer. Let me look at these comments. Good morning, David. Hello, hello. Charles in being an idiot. I mean, yes, please do what you got to do, David. Thank you so much for subscribing, for all those of you that are subscribing. I'm going to render the fat out of my meat. And this one, like I was saying, is 85% lean. This is not as lean as the one I made last time, but it's fine. Just going to give it a little bit of flavor. I'm thinking of probably adding a little bit of potatoes. Right? Like little diced potato in there. But we shall see. Maybe I do and maybe I don't. Let me stop it. I'm a little tired today. A little tired for a Tuesday. All right, so we got the flour, we got the salt, we got, now we're going to do the oil. So we need 3/4 of a cup of oil. All right. So I'm going to do 3 of these. One, 2, 3. This is going to make like a nice flaky crust on these bad boys. Wait, I got to add a little more. Little more. Make sure I put that away. Finish it up. All right. And then I need half a cup of cold water. So make sure you're using nice and cold water, minus the ice. Ice, get out of here. Kind of like you do biscuits. Lock it up. Let's go nice and slow. That should give us a nice dough. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Okay, and we're just gonna let that dough sit there for a little bit. Whoops, do not let that dough escape. It's gonna be nice and flaky and airy. Now the only difference between this dough and my grandpa's dough growing up as a kid was my grandpa would put baking powder in his because he wanted them to be like fluffy, right? To rise. So he would put baking powder on the crust, and we're not doing it on this one. We are just, let me lower my heat for my ground meat here. All right. I'll show you guys what I'm doing here in a minute. I just got to flip cameras. All right, let me get scooped up all this dough. Okay, into one giant, it's going to be like one giant ball. Let me move you all. Hang on. I'm charging my phone as I'm there we go. There we go. All right. That's sort of, that's, you know, it's not charging. Why isn't it charging? Must not be working, that charger. All right, let me go get a charger real quick. So how's my amazing friends doing today? Y'all doing good? You have a channel. Okay. I'll have to check you out. All right, let me put this here. All right, let me expand this thing here. Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go. All right, putting you guys here. It says, morning. Hi, Brad. Good morning. The Evolution Beavers has a channel. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Look at my honey. I've got a mess here, guys. Got hangers. Yo, let me move this out of here. Doing laundry, doing a ton of things all at the same time. I promise it's going to be better. It's going to get better. All right, so we're going to grab the dough. And I'm just going to add just a little bit on my counter of the flour. Very little, just so it doesn't stick. Because I don't want my dough to dry. And we're going to put it down here. I don't know why it's so crumbly. It doesn't look like it should be like that. It's weird. But we'll see how we can. If we need to add a little more water, we will. Actually, you know what? I think we're just going to add a little more water because it does not feel right. If your dough does not feel right, go ahead and add a little more water because you want to make sure that your dough is manageable. So when you roll them out to make these empanadas, you want it to roll out. All right, so we're gonna put this back here. Lock it up. Go ahead and add the water. All right, let's see if we can see the, yeah, a little more water. Should be manageable, should be soft. All right, it's getting there. Oh yes, perfect, perfect, perfect. I think this is about right. That's what we need right there. See it? That's what you want. See, you can always fix it. Just make sure you get that consistency because you want it nice and manageable for your dough. I'm just gonna bring the dough out. This is way better than any dough recipe out there. So if you were to buy the shells, I would say this is way better. All right. And so easy to make, kind of like biscuits. So we are going to knead it into a nice little ball. It's good because it's not sticking. It's perfect. All right. So now I think we should be able to make out of here, I'm guessing, at least 5. And we shall see. Cut it in half. I think these are going to be way too big. So we're going to, and then you can go ahead and put them in the fridge if you need to. I'm going to cut a piece of this one so that your dough can rest. Okay. All right. Turn them into a ball. You can see all that olive oil there. See how buttery yellow it is? That's from the olive oil. Okay. And now when you bake these, they're going to be fluffy. You can air fry these or bake them or fry them. I wouldn't fry them, but if you want to, makes you happy. I am doing great. How are you? De-evolution, how are you? All right, let me go ahead and get my rolling pin. Grab my little rolling pin. Do a little rinse. Just a little rinse. So I have it over here. There we go. All right, now we're going to get this floured in here. We're just gonna put just a little bit because I don't want it to stick my dough. Move these balls over here. Here, my chickens, they're happy. Their mama gave them lots of treats today with their grain. So they are happy, happy, happy. All right. All right, perfect. So you can make them any size you want to. This is about right. Make sure it's nice and round on the edges. Okay, let that sit there for a minute while we do the next one. Should be right about the same size. So this crust is not going to rise too much because I didn't add any baking powder. But If you add the baking powder like my grandpa used to do, um, it would surely probably resemble like a, um, you know what it would resemble like? I'm thinking like a chalupa. Has anybody had a chalupa, like the texture of a chalupa? Oh, okay. That's okay. Thanks for letting me know. I'll go ahead and check you out. And anybody that wants to check them out, wants to help them out, that'd be good. We're all here to help each other. All right. So I think that's about good. We're going to do it. Make sure they're all the same size. Make sure, see how stretchy and soft the dough is? That is just what you want. All right. We'll do the same thing here. And I like this because the dough is not shrinking at all, which is nice. So this is going to make 5. 5 of these. They're going to be stuffed with ground beef and all the spices. So they're going to be good. And I think it's a perfect finger food to go along with the poppers, the jalapeno poppers. It'll be amazing. And since the kids are still trying to get back their wanting to eat, which is a good thing because they've been coughing and sneezing, they don't want to eat too much, which is a good thing. Trust me, in my house, it's a good thing. And Dad can tell you. Got a hair in my eye. All right, let's make it the same size on this one. Make sure it's the same size. Roll it out. Look at that marbleization of that olive oil in there. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the gifts. Oh my goodness, is that Stacy? Thank you, Stacy, for the bronze medal. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. That's wonderful, y'all. I'm so happy y'all enjoying my content. So what y'all think? Does it look good so far? Look at this. I love the texture of this dough. And it's so easy. It's like 3 ingredients. 3 ingredients. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate it, ma'am. Okay. So here we go. So we're going to stretch that out just like that. Make sure that it's all nice and yep, and it fits the other one perfect. Now when you bake these are going to be so good. I'm telling you. They're going to be buttery and soft and fluffy. They're going to be amazing. All right, let's do the last one. So this dough gave you 3 cups of flour, gave you 5 of these. So that's pretty good for a empanada per person. That is pretty darn good. All right. It looks amazing, doesn't it? And it's shining up my counter with all that olive oil. So it's healthy. And it should give it a nice crust. It should be a nice little crust. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let these sit in my fridge in a little plate just to rest for a few minutes while I cook the filling. Okay, so let me get a plate where we're going to put these. There we go. And they don't even stick because they're so, see that? I love this. Amazing. So we're going to put this in the fridge. We're going to let that sit while we are oh my gosh, my beef. Well, we forget about the beef. Let's not forget about the beef. It got a little brown, but not too brown. I got it on low. Doesn't it? It looks yummy. It sure does. So it's got a little bit of brown, but it's fine. All right, and then we're gonna put, for this, we're gonna put a little bit of like a red sauce. What y'all think? Let's see. We got, actually, I want to do an onion. I want to do a little bit of onion. There's my onion. Pre-diced onion from my freezer. Yes. We're going to stuff these. It's going to be good. Let me show you how we're going to do these. Go ahead and add about 1/3 of a cup. Let it reduce. That's about right. Okay. All right. Now we're going to add the tomato sauce. So let me go ahead and grab a jar out of a pantry. I don't know. You know, I think I'm going to use, I don't think I have tomato sauce. I don't think I bought tomato sauce. I think I do. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add, so if you don't have tomato sauce, don't worry about it. You can add taco sauce. No one's going to tell you anything. It's same thing. It's tomato sauce, pureed. Okay, this one doesn't have any. Hang on. Well, if it doesn't have any, why do they keep it in the fridge? Beats me. All right. Okay, so let's add about a cup or so of the taco sauce. Okay, which is very similar to tomato sauce. It doesn't have any spices in it. And this is going to be perfect for it to, like a little glue for the inside of these empanadas. And I don't want it too watery. The reason why I'm using this sauce is because the regular sauce would be too watery. So this is perfect. All right, let me wash my hands so I've got tomato sauce all over me. All right, move you guys over here so y'all can stay in the action. See what I'm doing. Looks delicious, right? So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna stuff these, which my empanadas are resting in my fridge. We're gonna let them rest while we are working on the filling. Now, my grandpa, when he would do the filling, he would do this, and then he would add, oh gosh, he would add boiled eggs to it. And he would add, I'm trying to think what he would use for the inside. It's been such a long time since we used to make empanadas together. I think it was boiled egg. No, I'm sorry. So the boiled egg, he would do it for the chicken, if he did the chicken empanadas. And then he would put a tomato sauce in it. But he would add with the beef little diced potatoes. So you can do that if you want to, but I'm just going to leave it the way it is. So we're just going to let that tomato sauce drink up all that, because you want it like this. You don't want it runny in your empanadas. So we're just going to let those flavors marry from the salt, from the from the onions and the tomato sauce. And now we're going to add some garlic powder. Where's my garlic powder? Because I don't feel like cutting too close just for this. So let's go ahead and get the garlic powder. good. Gotta have garlic because it's so much flavor. All right, perfect. We'll switch spatulas here in a minute. And we're just gonna switch to a spoon because we're gonna need a spoon. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit of cayenne pepper, because y'all know how I love cayenne pepper. Gives it a little kick. Kick is always nice. All right. And then we're gonna add just a smidge of the soul food. Because this has peppers in it. So it'll give it a lot of flavor. Okay, perfect. Now we're gonna get a spoon. Let's find us a spoon that we can scoop these up. I think I'm gonna do this one. Turn it off because we got everything in here already cooked for us. Just gonna add just a wee bit more. That's it. Cover this up. And that's all she wrote. Okay, this is gonna be, I'm telling you, this is gonna be so good. Wait till I show you what we're gonna do. And we're gonna put them in a baking tray. And we're going to bake these. See how good that looks already? You'll see how good that looks. Right? Did I season it? Yes, I did. I just did when. All right, perfect. Done. Let that cool off because you don't want a hot filling on your cold shell that we just made. So we're just gonna leave it out here. Let it cool off a little bit so that we can handle it. And that's done. You see how quick and easy? It's gonna be finished. Now, let me show you what we're doing next. Got a couple things that I gotta do that I've got up my sleeve before I go to work. Move this over here. Okay, so I've got, this is like a raspberry sauce. And this is the jalapenos. Oh, let me show you what they look like. These are the poppers. Jalapeno poppers from TGI Fridays. See that? That raspberry sauce is to dip it. So we're gonna get one because I want to try these. I want to try one. And I hope I don't get burned. My lip doesn't get burned. I just want to try one. We're going to put in this little tiny bowl. It brings a little pack of the raspberry sauce. When I was working in Miami when I was younger, me and my girlfriends on the weekends, on Fridays, we would hit Arby's. They had these poppers. And then we would go to the store and grab some caviar and some cream cheese and put it on crackers. And that was our little celebration for a good day of work, good week of work. I'll never forget her name. Donna, that was her name. Hey, Bone, good morning. How are you? Hey, what's going on? You had your coffee yet? All right, so we just finished the filling for the Argentinian. You missed it. You missed it. You missed it. You got to replay it. Argentinian empanadas. And look what we got here. Poppers with raspberry sauce. Yes, a lot of finger food. we're gonna have today. So we're gonna try one of these. We'll try a little one, okay? So they won't miss it. Oh, is it hot? Mm-mm-mm. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. Jalapeno is so good. I love it. I love it. Just this little snack for mama, okay? Before we do these empanadas. Oh my gosh, so good. These are so good. All right. Now, we're going to make us some tea. Because we need some tea. Some hot tea. Some coffee. Actually, I need some coffee. Because I know this tea is not, oh gosh, I'm using my microwave. You guys, do y'all see the things? There is a thing going on that shows you how bad it is to heat up anything in the microwave. And I use my microwave for just about everything. I was like, OMG. I even told my kids, if you need to start warming it up, just get a little saucepan, put a little water in it, put the plate over it and warm it up. Kids can't do that. They're not going to do that. Y'all, you don't like olives? No, my grandpa used to put olives in the empanada and potatoes. No, this one doesn't have any olives. Jason doesn't like them either. He don't like olives. No olives. I love olives though. I love them. Who doesn't like olives? You don't like olives? Oh, you've ever had, anybody's ever had stuffed garlic olive? And I'm talking about not the small little olives. I'm talking about the giant olives. Oh my God, they're so good. So good. Seriously good. So I'm going to show you, I'm waiting for this to get cool. My filling, because I don't want it hot while I'm putting it inside my shell that I've already made. So I'm just letting it cool a little bit. And we're going to make our tea with you lovely people here, because we got Bone in the house. Guys, check out Bone. Bone 305. Look at that. Bone 305. Check him out because he's also got really good content. Good music, good vibes. Check him out. All right, we're gonna use these. Oh, this is black tea. We're gonna make some black tea. We're gonna make some black tea. We're gonna let this steep. We're gonna add a little bit of honey. Look at my honey. We gotta get some honey. Seriously. This stuff is so good. It's an antibiotic. It's so very good for you. So we're gonna add lemons because lemons are great. Y'all know how I love my lemons. They're a powerhouse. They're extremely good. Antioxidants. Key limes are actually better, but we have lemons, so we're gonna use what we got. I don't like this. I'll throw these away. I don't like these. don't like the way they look. Let me go get another lemon. All right, give me a second. Oh, Lord. I knocked you guys. Oh, I think I knocked you again. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to get my feet up. Oh, all right, we're going to do key lime. I found key lime. I found a big old giant lemon. Oh my gosh. You know, lemons are in season, guys. If you go to your grocery store, you'll see lemons are in season. This ginger is, I bought ginger, but it looks like it's all sprouted. Looks like it's ready to plant. It's ready to plant. All right, we're gonna come over here. Where's my knife? Here we are.